Well, hey everybody. Welcome. Today's gonna be a little bit of an odd day. It is Tuesday, August 2nd. Why do I have to look at the date? Like every week I look at the date, but I know what it is. It's August 2nd. You know why I know what it is? Because today is Rosie's 30th, 21st birthday. Yeah, baby. 30th, 21st birthday. That's what's happening. Anyhow. Go ahead. I'll leave you alone for a minute. Anyhow, and we had some technical issues. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Jeff in. Jeff is right here. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah, it's a little weird watching it on YouTube on mute and being on the show because it's delayed by like
Oh,
3 seconds.
the delay is crazy, dude. Yeah, don't it'll hurt your head. So Jeff is on the phone because of connection issues in Mississippi. So there we have a little Jeffrey Morton live via studio phone. And so, yeah, he's going to be on the phone. So if anybody else wants to call, I mean, you guys can call in. The number is up there. It's not up there because I'm just talking trash. So why don't I do this here? There's a little ticker to say that 813-548-3722. That's 813 live SEC. If you want to call in and ask questions, do that. Jeff and I are here. Rosie's here. She's ready to take your calls. Let me see what's going on in the chat because there's people chatting and stuff. Purple Yeti, what's up, buddy? Matt Wright, hey ho. Oh, look, I forgot to click on the buttons. There it is. Purple Yeti, hello all. Matthew Wright. Houston, what's up? Charlie. It's actually all of us here. We're all here, man. We're all here. Matt Wright said, hey, hi. Jason Kennedy. Man, look at all y'all. Oh, there he is. Trucker Dan. Trucker Dan's here, y'all. I can't help it, Jeff. It's just happening. Babe, there's Trucker Dan. Don't forget to say, hey, Trucker Dan.
Hi.
Don Carr said, happy 21st birthday, Rosie. Oh. Hunter, hello from Mississippi. Hunter, I wonder if you have a better connection than Jeff. He's in Mississippi right now. Just saying. And we got Craig Hudson. Happy August. Happy birthday, boss lady.
Thank you.
What's this one? Houston, Swift owners. It's look, don't even get me started right now.
Oh.
It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It shows part of the settlement one time. Bitcoin John, big ups for El Paso. What's up? Houston's trying to get back to El Paso. Purple Yeti said something that I couldn't read. Is Jeff on the phone? Can we make Warhammer jokes in the comments? You can. He won't see them until I tell him about them. Jeff, Purple Yeti's he's got Warhammer jokes. I'm just saying. Oh, I was supposed to tell him something. What was it? Purple Yeti said he plays Warhammer. What was it? 40 something. I screwed it up.
40K.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh my gosh. I don't even understand what you nerds are geeking out about. Happy birthday to me, August 22nd. Hunter said, happy birthday to you. Whatever.
Thank you.
To hell with everybody. No more singing. There would be no more of this stuff.
I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, like Matt Wright said, Macro 7, guys, if you want to know about the statement, Macro 7 will show your statement. All of us forget about that, I think. People that have been here forever and just rely on the portal, we always forget about stuff like this. I don't know why, but we do. Oh, what do we got today? We got the fuel surcharge report, y'all. We wanted to talk about some IFTA changes. There's some gnarly changes coming, dude. Like, there's one that's kind of big. I'm just saying. And there goes the cat. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I'm just meow. Meow. I love that cat. Macro 7, Houston said, will show the settlement. I still have loads delivered 2 days ago that haven't showed. Bitcoin John is saying, any hotel recommendations for Las Vegas? We will get definitely more into that soon. If you're talking about like right now, I'm a fan of the Nugget, man. I like the Nugget. I like being over on Fremont. Can't go wrong with the old Flamingo. Probably not the nicest accommodations, but it's that old classic Vegas thing. Houston says Trump Tower, and whatever, man. That's an ugly looking hotel from the outside. I'm just gonna say it. I don't mind. Ain't got nothing to do with anything else other than it's ugly.
I don't know. I really liked the Nugget, man.
Right? The Nugget was cool. It's got a good feel, a good vibe to it.
I mean, it's really central to all the actual like fun stuff. And what did it cost us for the whole week's worth of bus pass to get to the Strip and all that?
It was like $20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Caught the bus out there. It takes us pretty much anywhere you want to go. Houston's recommendation is the Bunny Ranch. There you go.
You're a couple 100 miles south of that, aren't you?
Yep.
No, that's the Mustang Ranch, isn't it? I don't know. I don't even know where these places are.
Right. Anyhow, hey, let's do this fuel surcharge report for So yeah. $22 for 3 days of the deuce. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was, Matt. All right, let me do this thing real quick, and y'all hold on to your shorts. We're gonna make this transition and do some things, and we'll talk about the fuel surcharge. Kapow! Man, I love that pow part, Jeff. So this week, national diesel fuel cost average went down 0.13 cents to a still above $5, $5.13.8. West Coast Pad 5 went down almost 18 cents to a 5.803. Brings our fuel surcharge to 0.655 this week. That's a drop of 2.5 cents. West Coast fuel surcharge dropped to 10 cents from 11 from last week because the difference between the West Coast and U.S. national average is 0.665 cents. I don't understand that disparity ever. I truly don't, other than it's just California. Jeff has words about that.
Not just California, though. I just reading local news out of Portland, and they're all complaining that the national average, their gasoline prices are a full $1 above the national average on that end.
Wow.
And I'm like, well,
Yeah, it's
one of the reasons I moved.
Right?
That's one of the reasons why I moved off the West Coast.
For real,
the whole
Joe.
coast is whack.
Oh my gosh. So so anyhow, there's your numbers, guys. Let me change that ticker at the bottom for that for those who didn't catch it just now. Then they don't come in and be like, hey, what's the fuel surcharge? They can just look at the screen, bam, there it is on the bottom. Just saying. And let's go back over to a regular screen. So hold on again. Let's do this transition. I don't know why I like that one better for coming out of that. Whatever. You know what? I've had enough of all of you. We're going to call this a wrap right here, right now. Rosie and I are going to go run around the streets naked just for fun because, why not? We're old. We can get it. Wait. I don't. What's this shaking your head thing going on while I'm talking, babe? That's not okay. If it's your 21st birthday, you're supposed to be running around naked. I'm just saying. Don't you think so, Jeff? Come on, Jeff. You got my back.
I don't want to see it. I'm just saying.
Whatever. So let's see. Turkey Dan said I'm heading to Virginia. No, he said I'm in Virginia, getting ready to head to Omaha, Nebraska. That's way up there. I don't see gas going down. Houston said, but yet the surcharge is. Well, I've actually seen fuel prices going down pretty significantly this past weekend. It was bumming me out, like no joke. Matt said Jeff is a little quiet, so let me try and turn you up a little bit there, Jeff. Wait, that's the wrong button.
I had to say something for that to work, but okay.
Right. We'll see how that works. I made a little adjustment there.
So yeah, depending on where you're at though on that fuel price not going down, it really depends on what lane you're running. I just ran from Seattle all the way to Dallas, and then from Dallas over to mid whatever frickin' Mississippi, wherever I'm at with 1 bar of LTE out here. Anyway, so I've been watching prices over the last week in that round go down by about 30 cents. It took me 5 days to get down here because I was being lazy.
Right.
And every day the price was going down in my lane. So if you're on one of the coasts, probably not. You're probably not seeing it.
Right.
But again, you guys got to remember this is the national average. This is not just what is it in let's pick a state that's usually cheap. It's just not just what it is in Oklahoma.
Right.
Right. It's the entire United States.
Yeah, and Houston said, "Oh, and Charlie, what's with the OOs not being able to go to Cali?" I don't know what you're speaking of, sir.
It's just fine for us to go to California.
Yeah,
you just can't live there and be a contractor.
Right. So I don't know, man.
What got me up to Seattle in the first place is there was no real good freight going out of West Valley City when I left the house. So I did the I-5 corridor for just over a week. Got tired of that. Went in and talked to my buddy David when I was actually at the Troutdale terminal. He said, "You know what? If you're willing to deadhead yourself up to summer, we've got something for you." And I said, "Okay, let's do that."
Right. Oh, and well, one of the things that could be misconstrued, I guess you can only a certain percentage of your business can be in California, right? Even if you live outside of California.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is.
Right.
We have people that run the I-5 all the time. They could probably tell you because they're probably being affected by that.
Yeah, that might be. If Ken Kelly was here, maybe he might know that answer. I don't think Ken has chimed in. He may not be here this week. Oh, here's a question. Let's see. Jason Kennedy said, "What terminal has the best technicians for computer work?" Pittsburgh Power. I mean, I'm just playing.
Pittsburgh Power, yeah.
Oh, Trucker Todd said,
seriously,
50% on the Cali thing for the percentage working in California.
Okay, cool. See, we got an answer. That was quick.
Yeah. Thank you, Todd.
As far as electronic stuff on the trucks, you're gonna find this with that. You go to most Swift terminals, and they're gonna say, "Yeah, we're just gonna send you the dealership on that."
Right.
If you're in Phoenix or West Valley City, where they have Freightliner techs on property, they have kind of an interesting deal with Freightliner dealerships in those two terminals, where they have Freightliner employees working out of our terminals. They might be able to do something for you. But by and large, anything with electronics is a little bit sticky, isn't it, Charlie?
Yeah.
I mean, you're hunting stuff down.
Yeah, no doubt. Matt said he had a pretty decent in Jonestown. Bitcoin John is saying that less than 50% for the California thing. So I guess that, yeah, makes sense, I guess. So we wanted to talk about.
So
sorry, go ahead.
So is that different than, because there's that thing where you have to have the California bit inspection? I know that there's guys out of Phoenix that have to have that done.
Right.
Because they spend enough time in California. Is the standard for that different than the AB5 stuff done? I'm kind of wondering that, if you guys know that.
I don't know. Dennis Lewis just said, "Good evening, Charlie, Jeff, and happy birthday to the boss, Rosie."
Thank you.
Todd said, "Bitcoin is correct. It's less than 50%. I didn't type it right. Saying voice to text, LOL. Yep. I can't never look the way I talk. Voice to text is a mess. I'm just gonna throw it. It is something special. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we had this topic we wanted to talk about, and I'm gonna open up a screen here. Where'd it go? And Jeff can't see anything, which makes it even more fun. Let's see. So I have to describe everything I'm talking about, but I got to figure out where the hell I put it on my bar here. Yeah, go figure. Oh, there it is. IFTA. So the second quarter of IFTA had some changes. And let me share my screen here before we get deep into what's happening in the third quarter. The second quarter wasn't actually a big deal. I mean, if you're running Canada, like, they change everything every quarter, so whatever. So we're going to scroll past all that. Georgia shows a change, but it wasn't really a change. Massachusetts was a change of stuff that doesn't affect us. Michigan went up and New Jersey went up. New Jersey went up. I have the magic number here somewhere. Oh man, what did I do with it?
Joyzy.
Yeah, Joyzy. I had all this stuff like sitting here. Oh, nobody can see me walk away from the screen.
Well,
1 second.
California's the big one, though.
All right, I heard you say about California, Jeff, and I took my headset off.
California's the big one that I saw when we were going over it.
Yeah, but that's third quarter. So I want to talk about second quarter first, because second quarter was only New Jersey and Michigan. So Michigan was 0.468, and it went up to 0.503. So they went up, 4 cents. And New Jersey went up from 0.494 to 0.507. So again, nothing major there. It's just a minor change, an average regular change. When someone does make changes, it's usually, just a tiny little bit up or down, things like that. But what's interesting right now is for the third quarter, which we're in now, these changes aren't solidified until September 1st, and that's when all this stuff really takes effect. So I'm going to swap this screen to the third quarter. It's going to tell me click on this button, and I'm going to do that. So the third quarter, the very first change we see is California. The first quarter price for California was 0.727 cents per gallon. California is jumping up to 0.853. It's like a 13-cent jump. And a bunch of states have gone up in this third quarter, because Colorado is jumping to 22. They were only at 0.205. Connecticut's going up to 492, and they were at 401. So Connecticut's actually kind of a big jump, 9 cents. Let's see, who else changed? Indiana went up to 55 from 53, so that's 2 cents. Maryland jumped to 43.45 from 36.85, so that's a pretty big one too. That's almost 10 cents, so 8 cents. And then Missouri's up to 22, and they were 19. Montana went up to 0.2975. I love Montana. They only went up. The last stuff that they changed, their last setting was 0.2955. So they went up 0.002. Gotta love Montana. They make a change. They're like, meh. We need a tiny little.
They probably actually did math, and Charlie.
Right.
That's crazy. But they probably did math and figured out that their road maintenance went up by that much.
Right.
And so that's what they charge us, instead of saying, hey, we have an opportunity to make a buttload of money here. Let's raise taxes on truckers.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
South Carolina.
That's all I'll say about that, because we don't get political on this show.
Right. Right.
Even when it goes with taxes.
So South Carolina, was at 0.26. They're going up to 0.28. So there's a 2-cent jump there. Virginia went from 0.27 to 0.289, and their surcharge went from 0.139 to 0.14 for Virginia. So there's a lot of changes coming out in the third quarter for IFTA. And some of them are pretty significant, like California is the biggest jump we're seeing. This is not necessarily all the changes yet, because like I said, all these states have until September 1st until this is final. But right now, those are all the states that have registered changes. California actually registered that change this week, because I was just looking at this last week, and California was not on the list. So, yeah.
Right.
They were trying to sneak that one in the back end. So, oh my gosh. Sorry, I've missed some chat messages. Let's see. We're not supposed to be able to run both. Oh wait, that was about You're not supposed to be able to run both of your inspections together. Why? That's not making sense to my brain. I apologize.
Well, the bid inspection, the California bid inspection has to be done every 90 days, and then you have your annual that you have to do for the DOT.
Gotcha.
It cannot be done at the same time.
Really? Even though they're
That's what
basically
he's
the
saying.
same damn
That's what I
inspection.
get from it.
That's crazy.
Yes, they are.
That's
They
baffling.
want you to pay. They want you to pay 5 times a year instead of 4. So the one I wanted to address is Brian Jones. There, that they just sent me a load, 190 empty, 300 loaded. In what world is that okay?
Right.
I'm going to tell you when that's okay. When there's no other freight, that's when that's okay. I would do that. I was stuck in an area and they were telling me that the next, and let's say it's central region. So I'm talking to Coretta, and Coretta's like, well, the next load that's going anywhere doesn't load until Friday.
Right.
I would say, okay, what about at the other end of that 300 miles? Is there something there? And she says, yep, there is. There's a 1,500 mile load right there that you can pick up after this one. That's a good deal right there.
Right.
But you got to know that.
Right.
You got to know that. You got to call. You got to find out, what if I do this? Is it benefiting my business, or should I just go to a theme park this weekend? Right? That's you gotta get some data that we don't have readily available to us right now. And to get that data, you've got to call your OOC,
Right.
even if they have access to that right now or not. Or I would say the regional planners are your best bet for getting that information, because all 3 of them, Omar, Coretta, and Jerry, they will give that up in a heartbeat. They will look at it and tell you yes or no on the freight in the area you're going to. So
right.
Coretta will even talk you out of a load if she's like, dude, there's nothing there. You don't take that loader. You're an idiot. She'll say that.
She's like, dude, that's not going to work.
Or she'll say, well, you can sit there if you want, but I've got this other load at the other end that'll make up for those empty miles.
Right.
And she'll just tell you straight up. So try and get the data. Try and call them. Try and get the information before you make that choice.
So
that's all I got about that.
Yeah. Matt said, so is PA no longer the most expensive? They weren't, actually, because California was still higher at 72, whereas PA's IFTA is, it's on my screen. Why am I looking at a card? Pennsylvania is 0.576. Oh, no, you're right. Wait. 7410 was Pennsylvania. I'm looking at the wrong column. So Pennsylvania was 7410. California was at 72. So yeah, California is winning now. Pennsylvania is no longer the top one. You're right. I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at gas. That was dumb. I apologize. Some days I, don't know what I'm talking about and just try to do what I do. Whatever, Matt. Whatever. We're just gonna let Rosie run the show from here out, and I'm just gonna dip out of the back, and Rosie's gonna talk to you guys for her birthday, and So Dennis Lewis is saying Eastern Regional freight is picking up with freight. We just got a load out of Florida to PA. Roland, we all are, buddy. Roland said he's still waiting on the load board, and yes, we are. As soon as we know, we'll let you guys know. I promise it's not something we're trying to keep a secret. You guys have you guys must have a magic number, because I can never get anybody to answer the phone numbers for the planners.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Rosie just cussed. I heard her. Did you hear that, Jeff? Did you hear it? Somebody else is calling. I think that's what it was. But yeah, so okay. On that, Brian Jeff said, you guys must have a magic number, because I can never get anybody to answer that phone number for the planners. So what I typically do is send a macro 10 and ask them to call me. And then when they do, I save that number and I build a list. And if they don't call me, then I start bugging other people. And usually I end up with a phone call at some point from someone in a planning area that will say, hey, yeah, we're trying to reach out, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. It's hit and miss in some places. Matt Wright said, check the phone line.
Charlie,
so it must be Matt.
don't you throw up the owner operator planner number? I know you've got that on a.
Hey,
on a
look at
thing.
that. I can absolutely do that. Owner operator planner number right here.
And here's the thing with these guys, these three people, if they don't call you back, call rapid response and try and talk to Brett directly, because he's really interested on when those people do not answer.
Right.
Because they're supposed to call you back within a certain amount of time.
Let
I
them
usually
know.
give credit to out because that lady, she's out of the three of them, she's the most busy, it seems. So I'll give her 2 hours before I start bugging Brett about it.
Right. And make notes of them when you call the owner operator planner. In fact, make notes when you call other planners and things like that. So that they know how long it's been since you called and what number you called. They've been trying to make these systems work better, and they're trying to get feedback on those systems, but people are like, yeah, I can't get a phone call back. And they're like, what number did you call? I don't know. When did you call? I don't know. It was yesterday. Doesn't help. Really doesn't help. So yeah, call the planners. That's the owner operator planner number right there, so you guys have it. You should already have it, but if you don't have it, write it down. Come back to this point. What are we at? 2640. 2640 in the video is you'll find that number on the screen. If not, if you're in the contractors corner consulting group, I can't talk. It's just these things are broken, my lips. And yeah, it's in the group. I promise you, you can find it there as well. So by all means, check that out. Let's see. I'm losing track of chat. Sorry. Let's see. Finally realized Rosie runs the show. Yes, Jason, you're right. Jason Capps is on it. He knows what's really happening. Oh, PG Beats, man. We just went through a whole list of them, buddy. Yeah, I'm not going to go through them all again right now.
I'll summarize. The taxes went up.
Yes, in several states.
The bottom line.
That's a good call. Yeah, catch the replay, scroll back, and watch what we were talking about there, buddy. It's kind of a long list to go back through right now.
And Charlie did all the legwork on this one, so he's got all the data. We can get something put up on the Facebook group with the new basically the new card.
I just want to wait till it finalizes on September 1st before I go through that whole process, and then we'll have solid numbers for that.
Right.
Don Carr said use macro 13 and direct message. Then it works for me better than calling. There you go. Because a lot of times the planner's code, their AS400 code, much like your driver code, will be listed on the messages they send you. And Roland's saying the same thing. That,
as a matter of fact, what I did was when, of course, I had Tish's already, but when Jerry took over, the first load that he got from me had his code on it. You know what I did? I wrote it down.
Right. Look, and Roland just
any of the stuff that they send you will have that one. Yep. Greta's is up now.
So write that code down, guys. Like seriously, I mean, this stuff is gold. I mean, seriously, and so that's Coretta right there, white C. Let's see, screenshot the screen. Exactly, Jason. Don Carr said, I've been using direct codes at the end of the planner signature at the destination. Yeah. The planner codes at the signature at the end of the destination message. Yep. Because that'll give you the heads up on the other end. You're right. And Turker Dan said, happy birthday to you, Rosie. So happy birthday, Rosie. Oh, wait. She's not there. My bad. I keep forgetting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pump up the like, yo. Pump up the like. Oh, yeah. I should do that.
That's right. Yeah.
Look. Thank you for reminding me. Look. Hey, guys. You're right here, right there. You're right there. All you got to do is click on that little button, and I clicked on the wrong button, so you can't even see it. But there it is. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and the little bell so you know when we're getting new videos out. I'm just so off, and it's weird. I'm not really weird, but yeah. So do us a favor. Go hit that button. You're right there. You're right now. It's on your screen. Unless you're driving and listening, and that's cool. Don't reach for the phone. Just keep listening. Come back and hit that thumbs up later. That helps us out. It helps us reach more people, and we get to talk to more people and reach more people and help them do better and grow our little community here, guys. I got you, my love. I will get right there. And let's see. Let me make that thing go away because it's a little annoying. I'm not going to lie. I get it. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of exciting, Jason. Jason's turning in his truck next week and heading to Greer. So by that, what he means is he's actually leaving another company that he's currently contracted to, and he will be coming over to the Swift side of the world. He's picking up his truck over there in Greer with the wonderful, the fabulous Michelle Cantrell. We love her. I love that lady. She's so much fun. She scares some people.
She's intimidating. Yeah, she is. I take every chance I can get to mention that she has these facial expressions that I've never seen on anybody else's face but hers, like all my experience in my 50 years of life.
I love it because she makes expressions when she says words that don't go with the expressions.
Right. And it wakes me up. I think she knows it too.
Oh, I wonder if she sits at home and practices them. We'll have to ask her that. We got to get her on the show sometime soon. It's been a long time since we did a show with her, and those are fun because I like answering all those questions for people who want to become contractors and stuff. And for those of you who don't know, we've done several in the past. So you want to be a contractor or something similar to that, where we bring on Michelle Cantrell and do an hour with her or whatever it takes, and she answers questions live for those of you who have questions about contracting to Swift, if you aren't already. So there you go. Those are fun. We'll have to schedule one of those again soon. We have kind of a neat show that's going to be happening next week. Some of you saw our show where we had the fabulous Ronnie and the most wonderful Sue Smith, the OOC, and they sat down and ran him through the paces of goals, expectations, things like that. We're going to do another show next week that's similar to that. We're going to take a current company driver and pair them with Sue and let them do their thing, because I think that's interesting, and I think there's a lot to be learned there, because sometimes the perspective or the new contractor has things in their mind, numbers in their mind they think are true, and then Sue comes in and squashes your dreams and stamps out your face. But she does it with all heart.
Yeah, but then she gives you new dreams to replace the old dreams.
Right. Dreams you can actually get to. So
she's not mean,
no,
right? Because if she was mean, she would just stomp on you and leave you there to die.
Right.
She doesn't do that. She stomps on you and then gives you her hand to lift you back up and say, "Okay, now let's talk about some reasonable goals." And that was
she's
one
like
of
a
the
drill
things
sergeant.
that was great about the right. That was one of the great things about the conversation with Ronnie, is that he had these really lofty goals, and both Charlie and I were like, I don't know about this guy.
Right.
That's a pretty lofty goals. But she got out of him exactly what his financial situation is. The dude's got no bills. So he's able to do things with his money that he makes from this that Charlie and I would have to put to our mortgages and stuff.
Right.
So, that's some of the things, you talk to some of these guys, you're like, man, you're crazy. You're not going to be able to do that. But then you find out that they live on $50 a month.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I guess you can then. Good for you.
All right. Purple Yeti said, heads up, Charlie. Storm forecast in Florida is starting to pop off. Look, right now it's blue sky. Don't jinx me, man. It is literally, I literally had to go check. I was just talking to my brother right before we started the show. He's going out there to mow the lawn, and I'm like, man, it's supposed to rain. He's like, it's blue sky, bro. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so we're good for 10 minutes at least. All right, cool. Anyhow, Jason Wade is making the transition from company to contractor. He said his truck is down in Georgia, and he'll be making that transition soon. Congratulations, Jason. Like Dennis said, congrats on that, and good luck. Welcome to the club, if that's what you want to call it. I think it's fun. It's an adventure, man. It's a game. It's all these things all wrapped into one. Let's see. But yeah, so Purple Yeti is our our subject of next week's show. I had a very long conversation with him yesterday. He's got lots of questions, and we made sure not to ask those questions because I want him to ask questions during this show, because I want him to get those answers live, and I want more people to benefit from those things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sue has already agreed to it. So next week's show will be just that. It will be Sue Smith, Purple Yeti, Jeff, and I, and Rosie, and that's what we're going to do next week, and we're going to see how that one turns out, because the last one I thought was fabulous. It started out a little slow, and I kept begging people, hang in there, hang in there. I think it's going to get better, and I think it came out phenomenal. So yeah, if you haven't watched that one,
the guy that was making fun of me. Is that the guy that was making fun of me about my hobby?
why, yes, it is. As a matter of fact, you can get him on that next week, Jeff.
I have this for him. Then I'm going to call him out because I always have an army with me if he wants to play sometime.
There you go.
I'll put my Necrons against whatever he's got any day. Nobody else knows what the hell that means.
Exactly.
Okay.
You two are probably the only two that know anything of what you just said. And, had something to do with the northern ventricle, the southern hemisphere, and the western quadrant. That's all I heard. So there you go.
There you go.
Exactly. But yeah, Purple Yeti, he's looking forward to that. And so am I. And you all will get to be introduced to Isaac, a.k.a. Purple Yeti. Figure since I already told him it's you, they might as well know your first name. I don't know if you want that out or not. Too late now, sucker. No taking that back. No take backs, yo. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, by all means, throw them up. We will address those questions as you throw them at us. It's probably not going to be a real long show this week. I'd like to go hang out with Rosie a little more. I've been kind of tied up today trying to get some stuff done. And not to mention, I've been fighting a nap all day long. It's weird. Okay. You guys will love this story. So last night, Rosie's driving us home, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to lay down. Holler at me when we get close, because we have a really narrow gate getting into our backyard. So she doesn't like to pull through that thing. Hell, I don't like pulling through that thing. But
the dogs always run right in front of the truck.
And so anyhow, she got us to the house last night, right? And parked out on the street outside our gate. She opened the gate up, hopped back in the truck. Hey, babe, we're home. I'm like, okay. She's like, babe, we're home. Yeah, babe, I'm trying, babe. I can't get my eyes to open. Apparently, 40 minutes, this woman. I finally sat up, and she's patiently sitting there on her phone watching YouTube videos to hell in the passenger seat.
I was about to go around the block and just park in front.
Right? I was like, babe, are we actually home?
I'll be like, see you later.
She's like, yeah, dummy, we've been here for like ever. I'm like, oh, I didn't know we were home. Where is the gate open? Yeah, stupid, pull through it. How long you been sitting here? Like 4 days. What? Or 40 minutes. That's the same thing. Apparently I was burnt, just completely gone yesterday. I don't even understand how she puts up with me.
Oh, and you
Nobody
fell asleep.
does, Charlie.
You fell asleep with a cigar in your hand. I found the cigar.
Oh, in the truck?
Yes.
So, okay. So,
oh, man.
Wait.
So you almost burned up your brand new truck, Charlie?
No. Because it's funny. Because here's the funny. I actually, I wondered what the hell I did with it last night. I had a cigar. I was sitting in the passenger seat smoking, and we were listening to our books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I'm getting tired. And I looked at my cigar, and the thing was dead, long dead out. Like, because I missed. I don't even know how much of the book we were listening to. And I touched it. I'm like, yeah, that sucker's been out for a while, right? And I thought I had this little spot on the dash that I put down, cigars I want to relight, right? And I thought I put it there before I went and laid down in bed, but apparently I kept it in my clutches. Oh God. Yeah, whatever. She loves me. She takes such good care of me. So Gabe said Michelle rocks. He was there yesterday and spoke to Michelle. So yes, I agree. Michelle is awesome. And oh my gosh.
Oh.
It would be fun. Matt said, I just found
Yeah,
my
he
cigar.
just found his cigar. Well, stop sitting on stuff, Matt.
I know Matt sits on everything and then wonders why it broke. I'm just saying, headset. What? My bad, Matt. You know what?
Yes.
Dude,
How about
wait, dude. Watch this, Jeff. Oh my God, I'm such a jerk. Hey, Matt, I forgot you were
Hi.
there, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Thanks. I feel the love. I really do. I feel
Oh
the
my
love.
God, Rosie even messaged me. Matt, come home.
I
I'm like, yeah,
was
babe, I
bugging him
got it.
about it, Matt.
Look, since last night, I've been like this. It's these meds. I'm blaming it on the pills. Drugs are bad. I'm just saying.
You keep leaving the cubby right
I
above
called when you guys were talking about the. I called when you guys were talking about the percentages of like how much you can run in California and stuff like that. That's when I called.
Oh, so you have useless information. Cool. Well, thanks for calling, Matt. We appreciate
so
you.
So you've been on hold since last week. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on hold this long. It's been great.
And I was paying attention to the damn
I
show,
found my cigar, though,
and here he is ringing. He's looked over at the laptop, and I'm like, "Oh shoot! Oh, there's a call."
That's not what you said, by the way. You did not say "oh shoot," by the way, when you went to get
Hey.
that call.
Hey.
I'm gonna go back and screen grab that.
No.
Yeah, Rosie, you went all HBO on us for no reason.
Right. Put us in that PG-13 rating. I mean, what the heck?
Oh,
not like
poop.
last week when someone else made a comment that could have gone completely sideways. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But people wonder why I laugh so hard and set me up and give me statements like that. Oh Lord.
Oh.
Matt, how the heck are you, buddy?
Well, I'm on my way right now to Greer.
What are you doing in Greer?
Trade in to get. To do this trade in to get rid of this Volvo because it's horrible.
There's going to be a whole party going on in Greer over the next week or two. Like all kinds of y'all are going to be down there in Greer. I dig it. I have dogs going crazy in the backyard.
I just can't wait to get rid of this thing. I had that deal set up where when I got the truck, I didn't like it. Give it 6 months to try it. If I didn't like it, I could trade it in for what I wanted because I had 2 truck orders canceled on me when I went to go do my trade-in. So we're ordering me the truck that I want, going in to go pick up that 19 to run for 8 months and hope my truck comes in time that they're ordering me and just go from there.
Well, cool.
So
you guys are going to have to excuse me for just a minute. I got to figure out what the heck is going on out in my backyard. So be patient for just a minute.
I'll go check if you want.
So what truck should you have in 9 months, Matt?
I should have a brand new T680. Okay. A 23 T680, go from there. That's the trucks I find the most comfortable for myself. So I know those trucks. I know the motor pretty well on the truck. I know how they drive, operate, all that stuff. Like going from having Kenworth the entire time I've been an owner-operator to a Volvo has been a completely different experience for me. I just found them to be uncomfortable, and the fuel economy on this thing is absolutely horrendous. It's been horrible. I definitely would not recommend one of these to any owner-operator. If they were to ask, I'd tell them no, don't do it. At the same time, though, I know other people who are getting fuel economy with their truck, but I can't get it with this tractor going 65. I can't get it. I did a week at 60 running Target down there. I could not get the truck to get fuel economy. I think the highest I saw at 60 miles an hour running those light Target loads down there in Ocala or Lake City was 7.4 miles per gallon.
Wow.
That sucks.
So, yeah. Yep, and that was at 60. So I've kind of just given up on this truck and going back to the Kenworth.
That's sad.
Okay.
In case you guys are wondering, my dog caught herself a bumblebee, and she's out there talking to it for whatever reason. She's like laying down on the ground. She's got this thing half chewed up, and she's yelling at it. That's what she's doing. You're welcome. Thought I'd share that info with you.
Anyways, why I was calling in was because there's also other numbers that people should be aware about as well. So New York State, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, you could only run 40% of the time in those states.
Really?
You can't be running, you can't be more than 40%. That's why they won't sign owner-operators into places like Target and Wilton and Amsterdam, New York anymore, places like that, because you're restricted now to the amount that you can be in there, because those states have partially adopted the 85 Act.
That's weird. I was unaware of that.
Which is also why these states, they won't allow contractors out of, is because of the 85 Act. Now, if Swift made it so that we could have multiple ways to get paid, they could bring people back in from those states. But because we're paid specifically from Swift Transportation, we can't be running out of those states. We don't have the opportunity to be able to go out and run like Statford and stuff like that. So because we don't have those opportunities, so we can't run.
Right.
I think there's only 4 or 5 of us still grandfathered in New York State. They were telling me for contractors.
Hey Matt, do you know
there's
what
only a handful in Pennsylvania too?
I'm sorry. Do you know what the rear end ratio is on your Volvo?
Say that one more time.
Do you know what the rear ends in your Volvo are? What the gear ratio? 264.
Yep.
Purple Yeti was asking. He's like, man, I get a 8.7 and 9.5 on his 21 Volvo. So.
Yeah, that 21 Volvo though has a different motor than my tractor. So that 21 Volvo, if you look at them, it depends on how new that one is. If it's like an end year or if it's a early year 21. Because the difference is one has 3 filters, one has 2 filters. My tractor is the one that has the 2 oil filters. If you have the 3 oil filter system, that's a different motor. This one is that I have supposedly the refined motor that isn't really that well refined. It pulls hills great. I can pull 8% grades at 60 to 55 miles per hour with 40,000 in the box, but it's just not getting good fuel economy on flat ground. Right. Well, it is crazy. It blew my mind the first time I pulled a hill with this tractor. So going out there between Vegas and stuff like that, all of those Costco loads, right. I was like, oh, okay, this can pull mountains really well. I was pulling, going past the Hooper Dam right there, I was pulling those hills with 45 in the box for Costco at 55 miles an hour.
Right.
So pulling power, they're great for pulling power, just not fuel economy.
Huh.
But then we have people like James, who is getting 10 miles per gallon out of his truck, going 60 miles an hour everywhere, calling those super light Ross loads.
Right.
Out of Florida. It's Ross or Home Goods, one of the two. I can't remember which one it is. But I tried that running the Target load, also light, and I couldn't get more than 7.4.
Isaac said that he's got the D13 dual oil filter. Maybe check your ECM settings. They actually did that. Isaac, he had someone go to the ECM and yeah, not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, I've had the engineers at Volvo look at this tractor. I've had one of the guys that Kevin Rutherford works directly with. I can't remember his name. He's some Volvo guru who works directly with Volvo and helps us design their tractors, stuff like that help maximize fuel economy. He's looked at my numbers. He's looked at my parameters, and they can't figure out what's wrong with it. You can also look back and check like my speed. Yeah, yep. So, but then Bruce over there at Pittsburgh Power said I have the wrong rear ends with the tractor. So there's this transmission and motor. So I'm not really too sure. I just know it's costing me money. I can't wait for it to be done.
Fair enough. Yeah, when it comes to rear ends, like I don't understand. I mean, I understand how they work, but I don't know what ratios should match to what transmissions or any of that stuff because it's just baffling to me. It might as well be Greek at that point. That is not my strong point. So I don't know.
Right.
That's why we have people like Bruce and those folks that we rely on. because I don't
Yeah,
know.
but don't forget, even Bruce wasn't too sure how much of a difference it would make with my tractor.
Right.
So, because it's the rear ends of my truck.
Right.
So
Who knows?
we will see. And who knows, I might MRP this 19 if I end up liking it and just say the hell with going the brand new truck. Might just MRP it or get an outside loan.
Right.
It ends up being a decent tractor over the next 8 months. You'd never know what could come out of it. I
Time
would
will
like
tell.
to get a truck paid off sooner.
Time will tell.
Yes, exactly. 'Cause I'm tired of paying for trucks.
Yeah, you think?
The goal was to keep my last 19, but with all the electrical problems it was having, trying to get it back up to how to make it worth it, it's just too expensive. And then on top of that,
I think you're getting trucks that have a gremlin in them, and the gremlin's name is Matthew Wright. I mean, what?
Yeah,
What?
you know, I blame years of Long Island and just the truck getting the abuse of Long Island for that truck.
Could be.
Yeah.
So
Could be, yeah.
All that road crap that comes off the ground and messes up all those connections, and hey, that just you just need to really get under
nothing
there
but
and really
potholes.
yeah, it's gnarly, man. I mean, I don't know, it sucks.
That Long Island Expressway, I would go the entire length of it 6 days a week, and that entire Long Island Expressway was horrible. I watched a sinkhole open up one time underneath a FedEx truck.
That's crazy.
Oh, it was. I'll have to send you the dash camera if I can find it, because I watched the nose of this truck go straight into that sinkhole. I watched it open up and just bam right into it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Matt's got another piece of video that he needs to put up on the group, by the way, that he got today. So.
What?
You need to pull some of that stuff off your dash cam, man, and post it.
Oh, yeah, the tandem.
Matt's one of those guys. Matt's one of those guys that just like comes across this weird crap while he's driving, and you wouldn't believe it unless he showed you the video.
Yeah, that was crazy
you
today.
need to post that.
I will. When I get pulled into Jonestown, because that's where I'm shutting down tonight, I will pull that off my camera. That was absolutely crazy. I'm going to Springfield, Massachusetts today. I get past the MGM. I go around the corner right there, and I see a bunch of wreckers out there. I see a big truck. I'm like, did a big truck hit the bridge because he was too tall? Nope, that wasn't the problem. He lost his tandem to the tandem brake, quarter-mile back.
Wow.
Yep.
That sounds like a bad day to me.
His doors were a quarter-mile back. His DOT bumper was a quarter-mile back. His tandems were. It was crazy. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie, why don't you put Roland's comment about that conversation between Al and I up there? Because we are going to do that. Weeks ago we were talking about our own authority and stuff, and I was talking about it, and Alan chimed in, and that would be a good conversation because Alan's about ready to do that.
I don't see it.
I do have my own authority as well, my own DOT number. I just don't have it active. It was a really simple process to be able to get it. Very simple. It was just a form you filled out online.
I don't see it.
30
Jeff.
days.
It's not in my chat window.
He says, still want to watch Jeff and Alan Becker talk about own authority. So,
hey, and speaking of Alan, he just showed up to the show.
Sweet. There he is.
Whatever, Alan. See how you are.
But yeah, we'll reach out through the group because it's got to be more than just you and Alan that have your own authorities.
Right.
And we'll see what we can come up with as far as how you do it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
for those of you that are new or Becker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't have the MC number part yet, just because it requires insurance. It requires the tractor to be down for 2 weeks. So that would definitely be a conversation to get into. just on the process of everything. And it's actually a fairly simple process too. And there's also a lot of companies out there that will help you get the MC number to be able to bypass having to not have the truck sit for 2 weeks. So OIDA is one of those companies that will help you out to get that, get your own authority, which they can somehow they're
when I was
sorry.
Yeah, when I was looking at last September, so for those of you that weren't watching this back then, I actually seriously looked at getting my own trailer, my own authority, the whole 9 yards. Because I had a little bit of money in my pocket and rates were looking really good. But Charlie and I had talked about since, and boy, am I glad I didn't do that because rates are tanking. But anyway,
right.
I mean, even like DAT, the guys that do the load board, they have a service. You know, you pay them money and they talk to you and get your information and all this stuff, and they do the filing for you. And
right.
You know, it seemed like it was a pretty decent deal.
Excuse me.
No different than trying to find someone to help you set up your LLC, really.
Right. Everybody's got a service for everything.
Everybody's got a service for everything. It's just a matter of picking someone that's reputable and isn't going to, like, you know, rip you off.
Right.
Right. Yeah. That's where like services like the DAT board and OIDA and I believe even ATBS help you get your own full authority, stuff like that. But I don't know how much I would trust them, especially after seeing how Alan went through with his payroll.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much I would trust them on that. And just seeing how they do my taxes, I definitely don't trust them on that. So I pay a lot of money in taxes a year.
So you guys can't see this. Well, Jeff can.
The joys of New York.
So Alan's been putting up a whole bunch of stuff here. He said your own DOT number is not the same as full authority. DOT number is simple to get authority, takes longer and more stuff to get done. MC number takes up to 30 days to go active. With no MC number active, you cannot leave your home operating state. Once it's active, you can do it. And Alan Becker then finished it off with "Happy birthday, Rosie." There you go.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's a lot of information, and that is definitely something that we need to talk about. Oh my gosh, I'm a train wreck. That is something we need to talk about, guys. And I think it's going to take more than just a quick show to do that, honestly, because I think that there's a lot of information and value there.
The other thing I was going to say is, you know, if you are looking for a service, you know, the DAT guys, they have a vested interest in you getting your own authority because, you know,
right,
they help you with that, and chances are you're going to pay them $250 a month for that subscription to their service.
Yeah,
you know, so you're looking for people that have a vested interest in your business.
Right,
like you're going to pay them for a long time, so they want to make sure it's right. You know.
Yep. They make money from you paying for
that board.
Right, and
I used to pay for that
thing,
board just to track.
Charlie and I are on record. We like the way they do our taxes.
Right.
But that's about the only thing we like about them.
Right.
They tend to give out some information that we disagree with on their consulting side.
Wholeheartedly.
Part of the reason why we do what we do, which is one of the reasons why we do what we do with the group and the show. So.
Right.
Yeah. ATBS for me was one of those things where I'm in New York. I pay 14% income tax state, and then I have to pay the IRS on top of that. And then I was doing so well on target, like my expenses just never made it. So I had the ability to get a super low tax bracket to be able to just pay low taxes. So that target hurt me up there at the same time. It put me at the point where I was doing over $200,000 a year. And then it's like, okay, well, you were doing this and you were only spending this much. So here's a big tax bill. Between the IRS and New York, I pay out $20,000 a year between the two of them in taxes.
That's insane. That sounds insane to someone like me.
Right.
That's a lot of tax,
though. That is a net though after I pay out those taxes of between 65 and 75.
That's not too bad then.
No, but it's
if you move to a state like say Florida, you would get to keep more of that though.
So Alan followed up by Alan followed up. He said, yeah, it'll need a few segments because each section is a lot. You need a BOC, you'll need a clearinghouse, you'll need insurance, etc. It's not a quick file and done. There's a process, not to discourage anyone. But yeah, so that's definitely something that we want to work towards getting information out there. We just want to make sure that when we put something out there that it's solid and we can help guide folks in the right direction and make sure that we have the right people there helping them to do that stuff. So yeah, it is something
And
that's
if
in
you want to
our
get done quickly
list.
too, if there's one of the things you want to get done quickly too, you got to jump out the cash for a lawyer.
Wow, totally perfect timing there because you went away, Matt. If you want to get done quickly, what?
Yeah.
Lost him. Matt is in the wind. He is gone to Transformer Land. Let's see if he comes back. We'll give him a minute. His phone does that. It's really funny because he goes total transforming. And then he'll come back and he's like still talking about the same thing. There he is. See, look.
I could hear you. I could hear you this time all the way through. It was crazy. So
that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like jumping towers or what. It's ever since they did the UC update on my phone, and it goes from 5G to 5G UC. It turns everything to a garbled mess.
He's on an iPhone.
Yeah.
On an iPhone.
You're talking.
I'm not on an iPhone.
I forgot you're not on an iPhone.
You're on a no-name brand. We know that. Hey, Charlie and I are about ready to drop some serious cash on the next generation of phones. So.
For real, can't wait. The 10th is the announcement, when that phone drops, going with that mighty Z Fold 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting the Z Flip 4 when that comes out. I miss using my 3, so I got to do that. It's great.
I want all that extra real estate on the screen.
I signed up for the pre-release and everything. I'm ready to go, man. I'm not even waiting on for.
Oh yeah.
Hey Matt, Don Carr said you need to move to Tennessee. You'll feel rich just on the taxes you save.
So my choice is going to be Florida just because we like it there better.
Yep.
And there's no snow at all in Florida.
Yep.
I've also started to build a great relationship with a lot of the dedicated accounts down there. So Florida's going to be the place to go to make it so I can be home a little bit more and go run surge on some of those dedicated accounts. But I want to be home like every couple days, and I don't feel like running over the road. So that's the plan right there is Florida. We're looking at like between Ocala and Daytona. So.
Oh my God!
We're looking at the Carolinas.
We have. Sorry, Matt. We've got breaking news coming in. Rosie, you need to put that up on the screen because
I got it. Yeah.
Charlie's not going to do it.
Shots fired. I put it up. Look. Alan said, guys, if you try to call Charlie and he says, I'll call you right back, please know that he means in 3 days. Whatever, Alan. You know what? There's a little 3 buttons here. What's it say? Block user on YouTube, put user in timeout, add to blacklist in restream chat. Oh, yeah, I'm clicking all of them. Whatever, Alan. You're lucky I like you, dude. I swear to God, we're going to fight. You and me. We're going to fight in Vegas. Oh, God. Whatever.
Hey, can we rent out a banquet hall and throw up a ring just for that? That'd be a great show.
You absolutely can. Matt, I'm going to tell you right now, you can rent out a banquet hall.
I think, Charlie, you should do. I think, Charlie, you guys should do a sumo wrestling match.
Oh my
instead of getting outside the circle, you're trying to get each other inside the circle that I got caught in when I was there the first time.
Oh my! The spank circle? What?
For those of you guys that don't know, I've lived in a bubble most of my life, so I'm like walking around like Gomer Pyle going golly, and I ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time and ended up getting spanked by a dominatrix.
It was awesome. You should have seen his face.
Everybody but my wife thinks that's hilarious.
I wish we were smart enough to grab cameras instantly because that would have been hilarious.
Don't worry, Jeff. Like I said, you're still going to hell with us. It's all good, buddy.
Alan, you're asking if we're locked in on dates yet, man. As far as I'm concerned, that was the dates, dude. That's what I've been telling people. April 3rd is the Monday, and whatever that Friday is, the day we check out. Our conference stuff, we haven't set a date for yet. We're not sure if it's going to be the 4th or 5th or just 4th or whatever. We will definitely get that information out the closer we get to it, rather. But it won't be the last minute, I promise.
And I need
And
to
I'm
know
just going
who's
to put
going to go
this
to
out
Hell's
here
Kitchen.
because I'm just going to put this out here because I really, really want to put pressure on Sue to show up
Right.
and go to this. We have offered to pay for her and her husband to come out there, and I would like them to talk about being small fleet owners during our conference. That's what I would like to see happen.
Right.
And we'll just see it because she's an employee of Swift, though. We've got to make sure that it's legit that we could do that.
Right.
But that's what I would love to see is her that used to own a fleet of 20 trucks, because more and more you guys on the group are asking about that. How do you build a small fleet? You know, guys like Alan have done it. Charlie's done it. I've never done it because it scares the bat snot out of me. But boy, if we could get her to come and just do like a 20, 30-minute thing on this is what you need to know to be able to do this successfully.
Right.
That is the woman I would want to hear from. I tell you what.
Absolutely.
So I know she's got family stuff going on today, so she's probably not watching us. But yeah, I just figured I'd put a little pressure on her to let her know that we're serious. You know, Charlie.
Yep. I'm with you,
that.
and I'm pushing too. I told her, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make that happen. And Alan, for those of you who don't know, Alan is gonna be doing some basic maintenance stuff for us while we're there, so that we can all kind of go through and learn how to do some of these basic things that a lot of us should be able to do. You know, it's nice when you know how to do it and then decide, oh, screw it, I'm just gonna pay someone to do it. But when you don't know how to do it and you really don't want to pay someone to do it, but you don't know how, it sucks. I mean, it just does.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things you can save a lot of money on in little bits and pieces here and there. I mean, you know, cab airbags. Oh my God, that's one of my favorites because, you know, the TA wanted to charge me like $400 and something for it or something like that. And it literally, it cost me, less than $100 for the parts for the cab airbags, and it was 7 minutes per bag in time. And that's because I was talking and trying to shoot a video.
And Alan and I plan to, while he's up here, sit down together and record some videos of changing some of these parts out and how to do it, things like that, while he's up here. He's running Target with me for the next,
Hey, if you guys are going to be together this week, here's a request for you guys, Alan, if you're watching still. So with brake check week coming up, why don't you guys do a quick video on how to actually check slack adjusters and all that stuff? Because, you know, that's something that we learn in school, and yeah, that's something that we learn in school and then we forget about, and then something like brake check week happens, you're like, oh shit, how do I do that again? Just do a little video on how to do that.
Jeff said the word.
They actually don't teach that in school. At the CDL schools, they don't teach you how to do that. So all these people are coming in here not having the actual knowledge to do it because they leave it up to the mentors to teach that. So
they taught me in
schools aren't teaching that. Yeah, I never learned.
That was actually part of the test to get my CDL back in 2005.
Back in 1927. Sorry.
I had to check the rocker arm on the friction brake on my wagon.
Right.
You know, for the mules.
Make sure the mules couldn't pull too hard.
Yeah, back then, you know, you had to have mules spaced 2.3 meters apart.
Right.
Or whatever.
You know, and if you had
when I went to school, you could have.
If you had a 16 mule power vessel, you were something else then, man. You were really pulling those hills quick.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Only took you 17 days to pull cabbage then, so, you know.
Yeah, when I went to school in 2016, they said, well, they're automatic, so we don't teach that anymore.
Oh, Alan said not even slack adjusters anymore, as they are so confident that these automatic slack adjusters never fail, LOL. Right? For real.
Yeah, but you still got to do the stroke and all that stuff, right?
Right. He also said, I'm doing shocks on my truck soon, so Matt wants to film it. There you go. That's hot.
Oh yeah, shocks are super easy.
Yep.
So that's something that to be sat down and done in. That video is probably only going to take probably 15 minutes to do.
Yep.
If you have a Volvo, though, it's horrendous on these trucks. To do a Volvo, you have to remove the entire wheel. You have to do all that crap to be able to just get
crazy.
the bottom bolt of the shock. Right. On the Kenworths, the Freightliners, you just top bolt, bottom bolt, come right out, pull it right out, put anyone in, you're set.
So one of the times I did shocks on Chewy, they had been on there so long, and they were still functioning. I want you to understand the shocks were actually still functioning, but you know how the outer sleeve goes over the inner sleeve, right? And it was rusted, so it looked bad, and it was like rusted through on parts, like it was just like you could touch it and it would flick off like paper. And so it had been on there a while.
You see that metal shaft?
Yeah, stop it. And what? Good Lord, I'm the only one on the screen. You guys can't do that to me. Anyhow, so
it's a technical term.
Yes, sir. So with I tried to take off my rear shocks myself in a parking lot, and I was completely unable to do it because they were so freaking like rusted up. And I took it into it was actually at Temple, Texas, Walmart yard. And the guy like, yeah, you need a big impact hammer like I got here. And I'm like, no, mine's pretty much the same thing, bro. I got this. He's like, no, let me show you. And he puts his impact on there and got nothing. You end up having to cut them out because they were so rusted up. So, keep that stuff clean, yo. I'm just saying that rust will eat that stuff up and you'll never get it off. And then it's a whole thing. And it was terrible.
That and the Sawzall is a great thing to keep on your tractor.
Oh my God, Bat, dude. So Jeff, here's another one for Alan. Bat one said he told me he would call me in a couple of days, and it's been 7 days and counting. Man, I'm sorry. Look, wait. I'm gonna save myself here because I know I texted you. I'm pretty sure I texted you and told you, hey, remind me because I'll forget because I do, and that's real, and that's like a thing. I don't even know what to tell you.
You guys,
a lot
there's
going
days
on.
when I'm talking to Charlie about the consulting group, he's like, I was supposed to call somebody today, but I can't remember who it was. And I'm like, well, did you write it down? He's like, no.
I try, and then sometimes I forget where I write stuff down.
So it's legit.
Oh man.
So it's legit. He forgets stuff.
It is.
It's not just you.
Look, y'all got to send me a message and remind me because it's real. I talk to a lot of people every day. It's crazy. I was telling Isaac Purple Yeti about it yesterday when I talked to him. Like, man, some days I am just on the phone all day long, and other days it doesn't happen. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of quiet today. And then I'm like, oh, I should make phone calls. And then I'm like, crap, who was I supposed to call? And I forgot where I wrote it down, where I wrote a note. And so, look, if I tell you I'm going to call you back, seriously, shoot me a message and remind me. Rosie can tell you that I am broken in my brain. Or she'll just nod her head and make a face because that's what she does. Jeff and Matt, since you guys can't see things. Anyhow, whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
Gonna start giving people my phone.
It makes you all feel better. If he wasn't with Rosie all the time, he'd probably forget to call her back too.
Mm-hmm.
So
what?
That's legit.
True.
You know what? I'm out of here.
I do it too. You can ask Alan. I'm horrible at it also. My girlfriend's like, so you said you were going to call me back. You never did. I'm like, Alan's the same way. He's like, you didn't call me back. Like, oh? I get wrapped up in audiobook, and then I lose track of time, and then I'm parked and shut down and going to bed.
Yeah. Happens.
Audiobook.
Oh my God. So the Survivalist series, you guys, there's a series out there called the Survivalist series by A American. Right now there are 11 books. Rosie and I are on book 9, and that thing is amazing. Like, we can't stop. If you're into like survivalist stuff, this series is just,
wow.
Yeah, it just goes on and you're like, yes, more. And the book ends, you're like, oh crap. And there's a problem because it ends, according to Jeff, on a cliffhanger on book 11. and there's no 12 yet.
Yes, it does.
And I'm going to be so upset.
And you're welcome, Charlie.
Yeah, you're a terrible person.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. Got him
Well-
addicted to this book series.
And we're gonna have
Don't
to-
fall
that
asleep
audiobook-
listening to it. Mhm.
I really wish audiobooks could be written off as a tax purpose,
right?
because
They can
if
if
you look
they're
at the amount of money. I know, but 99% of them aren't business related, and I probably have well over
Yeah, but
branded
they
audio
don't know that. So I write off my Audible subscription. ATBS writes that off.
that the subscription individual books, because every week I'm spending probably another $40 in credits because I just flow through books that quickly. Yeah,
It's the
spend a lot of
survivalist
money on
series.
audiobooks.
Robbie Mead asked me, he said, I love audiobooks. What's the name of the series? It's the Survivalist series by A American. And I'm telling you, it is great, man. I love it. If you're into like military stuff and survival stuff and things like that, I'm telling you, this thing is great. And I'm one of those people that thinks that, this stuff could actually happen one day. And, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just going to leave it there.
I've been listening to this 19-book series. That's a military space sci-fi one that's also a comedy called Expeditionary Force by R.C. Bray.
Oh,
If
that
you
was
want a
awesome.
book where,
That one's
I'm in tears when I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. They just released book number 18. Book 19 comes out in December. I can't wait for that book because it's one of those books. You're in tears listening to it.
Well, the last one ended in such a cliffhanger. Me and my son were pissed off. So
Oh yeah, yep. I'm absolutely angry about that one. Like, and then I'm like, wait, this is supposed to be the last book. I had to go on the website and look because it left that cliffhanger. And book 14, the Mavericks book, or book 11, something like that, was supposed to be so book. So I was so relieved to see there's one more.
You guys are nerding out. I love it.
Yeah, we are. Yep. So.
Oh, Robbie Mead, you'll love this series, and man, like for real. Robbie said he watches lots of survival
one of
bushcraft
the
stuff
things
on
is,
YouTube.
so the whole thing is set in Florida. So Charlie is like looking at the maps, trying to figure out how close this little survivalist camp is to where he lives and stuff, because he's familiar with all the places they're talking about.
Oh yeah, like a ton
So
of the
he's
places
like,
he talks
I've been
about.
here,
I'm
I've been there.
like, yeah, I know exactly where that store is he's talking about. I know where that is. I know where that intersection is. And I'm like, oh man, it's great. It's totally believable. Like it's legit. Like you're like
Crystal River.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, don't even get me there. But there is absolutely, I mean, this is one of those series that you're like, this could totally happen. Like it is 100% believable, could happen, at least so far. That's what I'm going to say. Wow, we're nerding out.
Yeah, some of the other survivalist type novels go off into more fantasy sci-fi stuff. This one does not. It is 100%. A thing happens. Basically, life as we know it ends, and this guy just has to survive. And no zombies, none of that. Just
Right.
It just is what it is.
Right. Hey,
So
we
that's what I like about it, because
Go ahead.
we got a what?
Oh, Backroads Trucking TV said, what's up, y'all? Hoping to join the leasing program in October. Sorry, Jeff, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to make sure I got that out there.
Nice.
So, yeah, Backroads, I'm going to call you Backroads because that's a long name. And, dude, seriously, I'm assuming, dude, if you got any questions, throw them up. We will do our best to answer those. If you want to reach out here, you're more than welcome to ask questions live. If you're on Facebook, you can look Jeffrey Morton or myself up there, and we answer a lot of questions on the Facebooks and the YouTube.
Yeah, it's like the craziest thing that I tell people, that we actually use our real names on
Right.
Facebook, and we're really easy to find.
It's absolutely mind-boggling for reals. Hey,
You also
and
have
by the way,
myself and Alan as well, if you want another perspective too from the leasing side, because we all have our own opinions. So if you want more opinions about it, Alan and I will also talk with anybody.
and if you don't have someone you're already listing as a referral bonus when you make that transition, and you think that what we're doing helps you and you find value in it, maybe think about dropping either one of these driver codes in the application process, or let your recruiter know that, hey, we gave you a hand and we're helpful and you'd like to list us as a referral. For Jeff Morton, it's MORTO1. For myself, it's MAHCH1. Doesn't matter which one of those you put in, because Jeff and I split those and dropped that money into Contractors Corner to bring bigger, better things that we're working on. So there you go. Don't feel like you got to pick
all
one
of
over the other.
Any of the referral bonuses we get, we just transfer into an account for Contractors Corner, and we use it to build the stuff we're doing.
So yeah, don't feel like you got to pick one or the other.
100%.
You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. It's all good. So yeah, we dig you and welcome, and I hope that we'll be able to help you out. Let me type.
It really is a good program. It's a good program. Our truck payments are some of the lowest in the industries. I was over at Schneider myself and ended up being back to Swift. I did the lease program here, and I don't regret it. I don't miss the Schneider side. I miss the load board. I don't miss the lease that they had. There's so many benefits from leasing for Swift, like truck rentals and like upgrades. When you're not happy with the truck, they'll do it. They'll do it sometimes, and
Right.
it just makes it worth leasing for Swift compared to some of those other big companies.
Hey, Backroads, I listed mine and Jeff's names in the chat for you, exactly how they're actually really spelt on the Facebooks. So yeah, we use our real names, and you can get there. What's the call
You
number?
said the Facebooks.
The Facebooks.
You're
yes.
old.
Yes, the Facebooks. I love it.
God, a lot of you younger people don't know this, but back in the day, like in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, it really was called the interweb.
Right?
So when you hear us refer to it that way, that's what it was called.
Yeah. We're a little.
So it's easy for us to say things like the Facebook because that's what we're used to.
And it's fun.
Laugh if you want. I don't care.
Me either. If you guys got any other
If you're
questions,
entertained,
throw
I'm
them up.
happy.
That's right. Are you not entertained? Sorry, that's what I got. You just triggered that in my head. Holy hell.
Oh, that was a really bad impersonation.
I know, I can't do it. I just don't have it in me today. I don't really have that one in me.
I can answer Volvo questions if anyone has one. And Kenworth questions, embarrassing questions, if people would like to know.
He could answer
because I
questions
have a
about
lemon of
how
a truck.
not to sit on a Ram McNally headset.
Oh.
I never sat on the headset.
I'm going to call BS because you told me I sat on my headset.
You know,
That was the word you used.
no. I dropped it at the CVS in Lake City.
Not this last
No, it was
one. The
Ocala.
first one, you jerk.
Oh, yeah. That was before I had the little hanging thing.
Yeah. See
for in
how
here.
this changes?
Yeah, yep.
You're a terrible person,
No, I forgot
man.
about that one. This is like my third Ram McNally headset. This one's being held together by super glue and a toothpick.
And all I hear is salty tears. Whatever.
Yep.
I'm on the same Ram McNally headset
my fat head.
that I reviewed almost a year ago today. Like it's within a couple of days. And if you haven't seen that, I actually made we actually produced a review on the Ram McNally 220 headset. And it's there on our YouTubes. Yeah, that's just fun to say.
I keep breaking it, but I keep buying them because they're the most comfortable headset. Okay. my fat head probably doesn't help.
That reminds me, Charlie. Is this the week?
Yeah, it's not. But you can tell people about what we're talking about doing if you want to.
Yeah. When is it though? When is our 52nd episode?
I don't know exactly. It's either next week or the week after, I believe.
So remember how Charlie raffled off a blue parrot last time just for fun? So for our 1 year anniversary, our 52nd episode, we're going to do another raffle, but this time it's going to be for one of the Ram McNally headsets.
Right.
So there'll be more about that the week of that show. I can't remember which week it is, Charlie. I'm a bad man.
I know, me too. I have to go back and actually count the shows. That's the funny part. I'm like 1, 12.
We talk about numbers so much, and that's a number we don't know it.
I know, it's crazy, right? It's baffling. I don't even know what the hell to say. I mean, I don't even have an excuse for it. Let me scroll. Look, I can actually do something here. Let me scroll and get you an idea because the first weekly live update was. Oh, hell. Wait, let me do this first because while I'm doing that, because why not make it a party, y'all? Alan, welcome to the show. What could go wrong here?
I don't know. Buddy.
Just remember, this isn't one of our normal conference calls, y'all.
I know.
Keep it clean. PG at most.
Now I'm going to go back to figuring out what I was trying to figure out. Let's see. The very first live weekly update was on August 31st. There you go. August 31st was the magical day.
Magic.
Yeah, that was the one that is officially titled Weekly Live Update. So it was August 31st. We actually did a video the 28th right before that, but that was actually covering some other information. But the Weekly Live Update started on August 31st, 2021. There you go, guys. Oh, Robbie Mead said, which book is the first in the series? It's Going Home. Sorry. We're nerding out. It's fun.
I actually have something for you, Charlie.
Hey, I thought we were going to keep this clean.
It is clean.
Oh, okay.
It's something that Emily's doing with her graphic design stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Yep. And a lot of it's going to be like we're using, we purchased tools to be able to extend that where she can go and cut all the like her own vinyl and stuff like that.
Nice.
Some of the things that we could do is glass etching. So I have that. I planned on doing next week 2 pint glasses at the contractors.
Nice.
Cool.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. Right, because I just want to test it out and try it, and then that's something that we could offer for the service. Be like, hey, you want a couple pint glasses or a sign that's made out of glass?
For those of you who don't know what exactly it is that we're talking about, Emily is Matthew's other half, and she does graphic art stuff. She designs logos and things like that. I've utilized her services myself. She's extremely reasonable on her prices. And when she gets more things lined up in the official capacity, we're going to be passing on her information to everyone. Right now, I kind of tell people about it on the down low in the background. That's how we do it. And so, yeah, she does great work. I was thrilled with what she did for us, and she's done some other people. That sounded funny. And she's done some work for other people, and they have been happy with it. So I think we're going to recommend her as someone that does that sort of stuff. That makes sense. Alan, what the heck are you doing, man? What's going on, buddy?
Well, so I'm driving, so I couldn't type no more.
Right. That's a good call. Don't type and drive. We understand you got to get on the road.
Just picked up my next student in Syracuse.
Hey, that's where Sue is right now, dude.
I know. She told me.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Anyhow, let's not get into that. So, yeah. Let's see. Matt, don't forget the duct tape. I don't know what that Turker Dan said that.
Duct tape? Duct tape? What are we using duct tape for?
I don't know, but it sounds like a good day to me. Rob Me said I have to get home. I actually have a get home bag I carry on the truck. Man, look, I'm not gonna get into stuff.
No.
I'm with you, Robbie.
Yeah.
I get you, man. I'm only allowed to talk about some things because, I get in trouble when I talk about other things. Not really, but, whatever. Let's move on. So, Alan, what's going on up in what kind of things do you have planned for when we do make this little conference in Vegas, April 3rd through this whatever the Friday is? Good God.
Yeah, like we're gonna go over like basic maintenance. Like Jeff said, it's break week. So I am in the process of getting brake lining thickness gauges, drum thickness gauges. Each one's gonna get a cage bolt. Each one will get a cage bolt socket, and kind of like a manual.
Nice.
So slack adjuster tools. And so you're gonna have kind of like a basic little thing that you should know how to do on your truck. And also the tools will also help you if you get a trailer that's stuck on brakes. You can learn how to back off the brakes yourself, how to properly set it, just to get them unfrozen, unstuck, unseized. It just kind of help you along the road, so you don't have to be sitting there waiting on road or a terminal or a shop. You can get on the road faster and get the wheels turning.
Our little gathering will be April 3rd and through the 7th. The 7th being the day most of people will be checking out of their hotels. That's a Monday through Friday. You don't have to be there the whole time. And our conference stuff will probably be like the 4th, like a half day on Tuesday the 4th, and maybe a half day on Wednesday the 5th, or maybe we do the whole thing in a single day, the 4th or 5th, something like that. As we work the details out, we will let you guys know further. And it's just, we're in the planning stages right now, but put that on your calendar. First week of April, Vegas, y'all. We're going to actually make it so you can write something off on your taxes this time.
So, what's funny about this? How we said no Easter?
What was that, Alan?
So, you guys realize that, remember how we said we're not going to do Easter weekend again?
Uh-huh.
So, next year, Easter is on the 9th.
Oh, man.
So, we are literally going there Easter a week.
Look at us. We were trying to be all slick and not be there.
We were looking at for hotels, though. Yeah, but we were looking at hotel pricing, and it's a lot more reasonable that week than what we paid last year.
That's for sure.
$240 for the whole week at the Golden Nugget and at the Flamingo. So the prices Monday through Friday are fantastic at these hotels.
Yeah.
I do need a head count, though, for the people who want to go to Hell's Kitchen, because I'm working on right now a reservation for the 4th for people who want to go to Hell's Kitchen.
Jeff said I have to go.
Matt's taking all of us down to Hell's Kitchen. Matt's taking all of us to Hell's Kitchen.
The pricing actually ain't bad. You'd be surprised. The pricing ain't bad. It's not that bad of a place to go I guess.
I want the beef Wellington with the wine package, though. Are you paying for that?
Okay, that's $89. Sure, I'll buy it for you, Jeff.
So what I just heard is Matt Wright is buying everyone beef Wellington and a wine package. I don't know what that means, but and he has enough room for 42 people.
So all of a sudden we've got 200 people coming.
At that point, I'll just hand them the keys to my truck and say, "Here, you own a tractor trailer."
There you go.
Oh,
another announcement we have too. So we got the big driver appreciation week coming up in Phoenix in September.
September 11th to the 16th.
And guess who's going to be there with a booth and everything?
Contractors Corner Consulting Group will be at the Phoenix Yard with a table and stuff. And we're going to be set up there and hanging out for the week.
This nifty banner behind me.
For what we're planning on doing for that, for guys that want to and are willing to open their books to us, we can do a quick how healthy is your business right there at the table. For people that might be thinking about leasing a truck but are on the fence about it, we can sit down with the recruiter there and with Lisette. We're hoping to get her to sit with us, and we could just really go over numbers, like real factual numbers, right there with you,
and be there to answer any other questions
that's
folks
what
have.
We're going to be right. So we're pretty excited.
Or if you just want to walk up and say, "Hey, I see your face on the YouTubes. I thought I'd come see you on the real life, IRL, as the young folk like to call it, in real life." And we'll be there. Yep. You'll see that banner that's behind Rosie somewhere hanging up there, and we'll probably be like back there behind the flatbed division somewhere, behind the container or something. But you'll be able to find us eventually.
All the way in the back.
Shade, perfect.
Trucker Dan said the duct tapes to hold your headset together, Matt. There you go. Roland,
Superglue's working well.
Roland said, "I'm trying to donate, but I don't see the option." Roland, because we don't actually have that option, buddy. So hang on to your money. We appreciate the sentiment. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you trying.
And Robbie Mead, we totally plan on doing videos of the whole conference.
Right. Robbie said, can you make videos of the maintenance stuff in case we can't make it? Yep. We're actually going to video the entire thing that we do as a production type thing, man. So like a little virtual attending thing, bobber. I got no words. I'm not smart. I don't know why people think I'm smart. Sometimes I can't even say hello.
And the videos that Alan and I do to show how to do the specific stuff as well, we're going to, I'm sorry, man. We're going to give those to Charlie to share with people on his YouTube channel.
It's not my YouTube channel. It's our YouTube channel, y'all. We are a community. Just saying.
Okay.
So, yeah. If you guys have any other questions, by all means, throw them up. Maybe we'll cut this shorter. I don't know. You guys kind of dictate how we flow from here on out. So just want to throw that out there. But, yeah, so we're going to do this Vegas thing. We're going to be in Phoenix the week of September 11th. There's kind of a neat thing happening on the 11th. That's when they're actually going to unveil a 9/11 tribute wrap truck, which is kind of cool. I kind of dig that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I dig it. Like the POW one was great. Only problem, I'm going to throw this out there. The only problem I had with the POW wrap truck, and I ruined Jeff's brain because once I told him he couldn't unsee it, is they wrapped it all with the POW gray and blacks and, all those nice, deep, dark colors that I just personally, look, you always see me wearing a black shirt almost all the time. And so I love those colors, but then they wrapped a blue truck and they didn't wrap the back wall of the truck. So I'm like, I like look at the blue wall and it messes up my brain.
That hurts my brain.
So yeah.
I saw it out in the wild and I didn't notice it until Charlie said something. And I walked back over and I said, "Holy crap, he's right." Now I can't unsee that.
Yeah. It's just burned.
I would have never noticed that.
You would have thought they would have wrapped a black truck or something. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Just saying, color coordinate, y'all.
That hurts my brain.
Who am I to talk?
I want to know what that preview was about, that teaser. I want to know what that was about, that Driver Appreciation Week teaser. That's bugging me.
I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it now. I saw something on the interwebs and in one of the groups, and I don't know if what they saw.
Is that a real thing?
I think it might be a real thing, Jeff, but I'm not sure. I don't know where that picture was posted from. It was posted by someone in our group, but I don't know where that picture is posted from. Okay, I'll say it. It was a picture of Western Star trucks, the new Western Star trucks that some people really hate and all that. I don't know.
With my mental deficiency of shiny new things syndrome, that's going to make life really hard for me.
Right?
That's
going to make life really hard for me. Why would you say that?
So
I'm not going to order a camera for that truck.
Here's what I took from the pictures I saw, though. I'm not necessarily a fan of what I saw because it was a Western Star front with a Cascadia back.
But a Cascadia back, yeah.
And I didn't like that look. Look, the reason I've ever even entertained a Western Star was I love their sleeper bursts. I think their sleeper bursts look neat. And I imagine that they're really nice. Yeah. The few that I've seen have been amazing inside. But the one that these ones, so I don't know if that's a thing or not, but that might fall into what we saw in that little teaser video. I don't know. Purely conjecture. We're just purely spitballing this.
I would love for that to happen.
Is that one still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Bitcoin John wants to know, do I need tools or special tools to change a fuel filter on an X15?
You talking the fuel water separator or the actual filter on the motor? Either way, you would need to do it safely for that plastic cap. I would get the correct filter wrench. It has spots in it so you don't crack those. If it's just the metal filter on the motor, any filter wrench, as long as it goes around, it's fine. But that plastic one, that PACCAR filter water separator, I would recommend you getting the correct wrench for it so you don't break it, because that's a $185 cap.
Are those Davco filters?
Just for that base. Sorta. It's sort of the same thing.
Okay,
But they run a pack car filter, so
gotcha. Yeah, those
If
housings are a
it's
pain
done
in the ass.
properly too,
Pet
if
car
it's done
likes to do
properly
their own
too,
thing.
it should only be hand tight. So, but that's if they did it properly. If they went and put it on with a wrench, whoever did it last, you're going to need a wrench to take it off. But it's supposed to be hand tight. It says it right in the manual of the truck too.
Oh, you're talking about the one on the
most
motor
shops don't
itself?
read the manual.
The one on the motor and the one that the Dabco on a base.
Yeah, I don't know about that because the Dabco, like with the Dabco filter, it cannot be only hand tight. I'm gonna tell you right now, it will leak air even with the gas.
You tighten it hand tight and do a half turn with the wrench
Right.
to tighten it all the way to seal that O-ring.
Right. You got to get that O-ring to collapse
That's how
some.
I feel with that too.
That's
How I feel about that too. But that's according to manual spec, it's hand tight. But I don't know. I've always used that plastic wrench for the Dabco filter, and then the oil filter style I always be able to take off my hand. Well, because it's normally hot, and I don't like waiting.
Okay, I don't know if this is true. I'm gonna take your word for it. That's kind of funny, Tim. Timothy Ransom said the U.S. veteran truck has a British tank on it. That's just funny to me. If that's like a legit thing, that would tickle me. Oh, there's something wrong with all those. Hey guys, I think we're gonna wrap this thing up. If you have any questions, last call, throw them up, and if not, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Babe, you got anything you want to say on your 30th anniversary of your 21st birthday?
Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes.
I love you so much, babe. You're awesome.
Thank you.
I can't believe she's 51 years old. I don't believe it personally. You know, this is crazy. I'm going to share this, and it's going to be sappy for a minute, so bear with me. But when I look at this woman and all this crap she is look, I caught myself. All the crap she has put up with me over the years. And I look at her, and she used to dye her hair all the time to make all those gray hairs go away that she, used to hate. And I kept telling her, stop doing that. It doesn't matter to me. She's like, well, I don't like them. I'm like, I love them. But anyhow, she's earned every one of those gray hairs from putting up with me and my crap. I can tell you that legitimately. I know this. And yet every day that I wake up and I look at her, I still see that 15-year-old girl that I fell in love with all those years ago. Before I cry, because I am that guy, I'm going to stop talking about that because, look, I'm not going to lie. I got a lump in my throat.
So I did a thing.
Okay.
Don Carr says, I think those pictures are photoshopped. I don't think they're the real pictures. I'm looking at 2024 Western Star right now on the web at westernstartrucks.com. That is the new Western Star.
That is a little disturbing.
You know how they used to have that? I really liked that kind of barrel shape of the sleeper because it looked like it gave you more room back there. That's gone.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing.
But just so you know, so we'll see. I mean, man, that's going to make it tough for me.
And Matt lost service, so he's off the phone. I didn't have to kick him off. That's awesome. I mean, what? Alan, you want to throw anything else out, buddy?
I was saying, I will be bringing in, for this show demonstration, I'll be bringing in a worn set of brake pad lining. I will bring in a new set. Just kind of go over things as much as you can get your hands on, kind of get people to understand how to use the proper tools.
Cool.
And how to do them right.
I'm excited.
So
I am totally.
You know what you could do? You know what you could do, Alan, since I'm going to probably have the oldest truck there, and I'm not very mechanically inclined, you could crawl all over my truck and tell me all the stuff that's wrong with it and use that as an example.
Perfect. I
could drag Chewy out there and we'd never leave.
Halfway through it, Jeff's going to tell me to get away from his truck and stop looking at it.
Right?
What do you mean I've got 30... What do you mean I have $100,000 worth of work that needs to be done? God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get that Western Star now.
Right?
So, and also, I will bring my laptop out with me in case we have some serious issues. We need to go over someone's trucks having problems, lights on, things like that. And kind of get down to it and diagnose some stuff for people over there.
Cool. Well, cool. Anything else you want to throw out, Alan, before we wrap this thing?
That's all I got.
Jeff, what do you got, brother?
I got nothing, man.
He's got nothing.
I'm out of the loop. I can't see the video.
It's
because I
hilarious.
got one bar of LTE, and
You guys should have
it
seen
just
us
took a
testing
full
it
minute and a
earlier.
half to look. Yeah, it just to look up that Western Star just took a minute to load that page on my phone.
Wow, you should get some Wi-Fi in your truck.
Oh my god, he's in like backwoods Mississippi.
Well, I have. The thing is, I have my Wi-Fi hotspot, but there is no coverage here.
Oh.
And I was going to try and hook to the Wi-Fi at the TA because I'm like right next to the building. I'm like, oh, I'll just do that. Spend the $5. Well,
Right.
their service is down today. They have a fixed ticket on it, so.
That makes perfect sense because that's how we do. Hey, don't forget that hit that like button, y'all. It helps us out. If you're not already a subscriber, think about maybe clicking the subscribe button. If you do, don't forget to hit that bell so you know when we make new videos. Not just these weekly videos, but these other videos that we make, things like that. Like, hey, the Rand McNally 220 review video. That's actually a pretty good producing video. That thing has been watched quite a few times for us. It's pretty amazing. And people have found value in that. And so, yeah, you can see it work side by side. In fact, I compare it to my studio microphone right here, as a matter of fact. And there wasn't a ton of difference. In fact, that's what Jeff is speaking on right now. It's better when Jeff is in our studio here because the sound is better because it's not going through the cell phone and then through my cell phone and to the soundboard and then out to you guys this way. So don't judge it based on that. But, yeah, it's pretty good. Check it out. Other than that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in every week like you do, spending the time that you spend with us. Don't forget, next week we're going to have on Isaac, Purple Yeti. He's going to get run through the ringer with Sue Smith, and we're going to run some numbers and get some goals and expectations and answer questions and move on from there. And if anything pops this week on the load board stuff, we will get a message out to everybody as far as what's going on. Maybe we can even do a quick video if something pops up. If not, we will see you guys next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, here on Contractors Corner. Thank you guys so much for being here.